welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie and today we are going to be ranking every Olivia Rodrigo song. I did this with Taylor Swift and I think you guys enjoyed it, so I'm super excited to do it with Olivia. Just a disclaimer, like I always say, these are not opinions, these are facts. Everything that I say in this video is actually correct, and if you have an opposing opinion, you're just wrong. Obviously, I'm kidding. Let me know in the comments. I actually love to see like what your opinions are, and in my last ranking video, y'all were like, I cannot believe that you put this song in here, that song in there, this song deserved that, and this song deserved that, and justice for the song. And I honestly love reading those comments because I think it's so cool that like everyone can have like such different opinions on these songs and what they mean to us. So definitely don't be afraid to share your opinion in the comments. I am not someone to get like offended if you like think my opinion is stupid. That's totally valid. Before we start, I do just want to say that I'm a singer-songwriter also, and I just put out my debut album, Gravity. Roll the trailer.
My new single, Gravity.
My brand new single, Test the Water.
My new single, Junebug.
Love Struck Smile.
My brand new single, Breathing.
My new single, Audible.
My new single, Choices.
But yeah, if you like what you see or hear, make sure to go check it out. The links to go listen is in the description. Make sure to check me out on Spotify and Instagram so that you get updated on everything. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell because that really helps me out. Give this video a like if you end up liking it. And let's get into the ranking. Okay, so we have 5 tiers. The top tier is God tier, obviously. These are my favorite Olivia Rodrigo songs of all time. I am going to be extremely selective, very picky with the songs that I put in God tier out of respect for those songs. Like there's a small select few that are gonna go in there because they just mean more to me than like anything on this earth, and I just think that they deserve to be in their own separate tier. Okay, so then there's Screaming, Crying, Throwing Out My Guts, which is like, these songs could also be in God tier. Like I could easily have put them in God tier, they just don't have the same exact emotional reaction that I do to my God tier songs. But these are like essentially also God tier, if you know what I mean. Okay, then I have Love This Song. These are the songs that I love. Pretty self-explanatory. Don't think I need to go into that too far. I have She's Good. Like she's good. Like I like her. She's good. Like I'm listening to it, it's a good time. Then we have Not My Fave. Now in the Taylor Swift video, I put Skip at the bottom, but with Olivia, she only has 2 albums out. She just doesn't have a big enough discography yet because she's so young and so new for me to really skip any of her songs. So this is why it's like not my fave. Like it's not personally for me, but I can understand why people really like it. So I want to go in order of the albums, like of the release of these songs. So I think the first like real release she did was All I Want from High School Musical. That song is good. She's good. Slay. Okay, now let's get into Sour. I want to go in order. Let's see if I can remember the order of these songs. Okay, so obviously Brutal is the first. Brutal shook me to my core when I first heard that song. Like none of us were expecting that. When it happened, my jaw dropped onto the floor. I was kicking my feet, screaming, especially the lyric where she's like, and I'm not cool and I'm not smart and I can't even parallel park. Like it's so good. It's just so cheeky, so clever. Her lyricism is so great. So I'm gonna put it in Love This Song. Number 2 is Traitor. Olivia says that that's her favorite song that she's ever written, or she did say that at some point. I don't know if that still stands. When I first heard the lyric, you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor, it felt like someone had punched me in the gut. Like no pun intended. I was like, that is the perfect way to describe that. Like, you know, when you're like, okay, he technically didn't cheat on me, but like, he wanted to. And you're like, he still sucks. It's like, well, technically he didn't cheat. And you're like, it just still sucks. I've just never heard that emotion explained so simply and eloquently. Like it was so concise and it was just a sucker punch to the gut. Also in the bridge, and she's like, God, I wish that you had thought this through before I went and fell in love with you. No, because the amount of times when I'm just like, you started this, you pursued me. This wasn't even my idea. This was your idea. This was your idea. Why did you make me go through this? Why did you put me through this? Like, for what? It's so frustrating when you're like, I didn't even ask for this. Now, I have one gripe with this song, and it is the first lyric of the chorus, "You betrayed me." My issue with that lyric is that she says in so many better ways that he betrayed her, like throughout the song. Like, again, guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor. That is so eloquent, concise, right to the point. And I feel like starting it off with "you betrayed me" is kind of redundant, and it almost takes away from the lyric, "You didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor." I think that the song would be more impactful if she changed that lyric. The lyric of "you betrayed me." And because of that, that's why I can't put traitor in God tier. Okay, I'm gonna put it in screaming, crying, throwing up my guts. But like, it could have been higher if it weren't for that one lyric. What was track 3? I'm trying to do this from memory. What was track 3? Was it Driver's License? Yeah, track 3 was Driver's License on Sour. That was like the first like real single we ever truly heard from her. I really, really like Driver's License. I really, really do. That bridge when it comes in is just epic. But it just doesn't have like the same lyricism that something like Traitor does, for instance. So I'm going to put Driver's License in Love This Song. Okay, then it's Deja Vu, right? Yeah, I think it's Deja Vu. Deja Vu is such a sleeper. Like, people sleep on Deja Vu. I swear, I don't know how she comes up with these concepts for these songs. Like, this idea of like, nothing is original. You've done this all before with other girls. Am I actually even getting anything original? She just comes up with things that like no one has written songs about really before. Like, I can't think of another song that kind of talks about that in that way and kind of makes it like the entirety of the song. Editing Jessie here. So there are definitely songs where they talk about like a girl copying you. So like, you wanna walk like me, wanna talk like me. Like, there are definitely a lot of songs like that about how like, oh, like your new girl is just like me. But this song is different. This song is about how he is just repeating the same things with her as he did with you, and how no thought that he's having is original for the particular girl. So I do stand by the claim that like, I've never really heard a song quite like this before. So genius. I love the guitars in it. I love the production of it. It's so unique. I think it's one of her most unique songs. I adore it. Deja Vu is definitely going in screaming, crying, throwing up my guts. I'm obsessed with it. Wait, I missed, no, one step forward, three steps back. This one may upset some people. Similar to like the lyric like "you betrayed me" in Traitor, it's too on the nose. It just kind of spells everything out for you. I think that there are other songs that do this concept better. I think what she's trying to say in this song, she does better in other songs. So I'm gonna put one step forward, three steps back, and not my fave. I'm so sorry. It's just that every time it comes on, I would rather be listening to another Olivia Rodrigo song. What the heck is next? Good For You is in there somewhere, so we'll do Good For You next. I'm obsessed with Good For You. It's such a good song, such a good single. I'm so glad she put it out as a single. It's really the single that established her as like the punk kind of thing, like the Avril Lavigne kind of vibe is where we first kind of got that from her. It was just so great. Putting Good For You in Love This Song. Like, I will be screaming this song whenever it comes on. Once again, for the life of me, I could not tell you which song comes next. I think it's either Enough For You or Happier. Okay, let's start with Enough For You. This is like what one step forward, three steps back wanted to be. She just hits us with zinger after zinger after zinger with these lyrics. All I ever wanted was to be enough for you. And don't tell me you're sorry, boy. Feel sorry for yourself, because someday I'll be everything to somebody else. Like, oh, the storytelling of it is giving like the storytelling of a country song, which is my favorite kind of storytelling. Every single lyric just hits so hard. She really decided to become a poet with that song. Love it. So I'm gonna put Enough For You in screaming, crying, throwing up my guts. Okay, Happier. Happier, like on first listen, was not my fave, but when I really paid attention to the lyrics, there's this one lyric that makes me cry every time I hear it, and it's when she says, "She's beautiful. She looks kind. She probably gives you butterflies." Like, that makes me like cry my eyes out. It's not even the "she's beautiful" part or the "she probably gives you butterflies." It's the "she looks kind" part. It's easier to hate a girl and like get over a guy when you're like, oh, she sucks. Like, she's mean. She's not nice to people. She's not as good of a person as me. Like, you can kind of like have that high ground. It's almost like, you know, that ridiculous horrible post about the apples, about how like there are apples like above and below on the tree, and then like all the like boys will like just go for the bottom apples and the princes will like go for the top. First of all, that's horrid. That is I remember being like I'm like the reason why like I like don't have a boyfriend is like I'm at the top of the tree. Like I don't know who made that, but that is horrible. That is just the definition of like pick me, hating other women. I hate that. But Olivia is like, she looks kind. Like that's the most heartbreaking part, because you know that she is probably great for him. And like you can't hate her. You cannot dislike her because she's a good person. Also, Olivia was so mature for that. You can tell her parents are therapists. Like that makes sense to me. All that's to say is that like I definitely would have put happier, and like she's good. Like yeah, she's good. But because of that lyric and the way it makes me feel, I'm gonna put her in Love This Song. Okay. Jealousy, Jealousy. So smartly written. It's so fun. I love this song. Favorite crime. For over a year, Favorite Crime was my favorite Olivia Rodrigo song. It still is. Like, it's still like, it's my top 2, okay? I've just, spoiler, it's my top 2 Olivia Rodrigo songs. I call it like a metaphor song. The entire song is a metaphor. She uses crime, like being a willing accomplice, to explain how, yes, he hurt her, but she hurt herself because she allowed him to hurt her. One heart broke, 4 hands bloody. Stop. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. I hope I was your favorite crime, 'cause baby, you were mine. No. I just feel like it so poignantly explains what it feels like to love someone who's so bad for you, and you know that they're bad for you, yet you continue on with them anyway. Yeah, no, this is God tier. Her best song off Sour, easily. Also, like when everyone comes in with the big harmonies, all the things I did, it gets me. Like that is euphoric. That is what music should feel like. Like I feel it in my bones. I feel it radiating throughout my body. Like I actually feel like when I go to heaven and that sound doesn't play, like I'm not dead. Okay, and then Hope You're Okay. She's good. I really love the bridge of this song. It's just not like something that I'm like the most excited about when it comes on, so I'm just gonna put her in She's Good. Okay, we're moving on to the Guts album. And the first song is All American Bitch. I think when I first heard this song, I would have put her in She's Good. I thought it was really clever how she was going like back and forth between the like and then the like forgive and I forget. Like it's so cool, the juxtaposition. But now I've like grown to appreciate that even more, especially with the lyrics of it, and even in the ending, how she's kind of intertwining those two states. I think it just gives a really brilliant message. I'm going to put her in Love This Song. Bad Idea Right. I love Bad Idea Right. It's definitely one that grew on me as well. Oh my gosh, the part where she's like, what is the lyric? She's like, I pull up and your apartment's on the 2nd floor or something like that, and you're standing smiling at the door. And I'm sure I've seen much hotter men, but I really can't remember when. I saw this TikTok that was like, listen, everyone focuses on the like, I'm sure I've seen much hotter men, but I really can't remember when. She's like, think about this. Like, she pulls up, so like she drives there herself, okay. And like we know that it's a new apartment, so she doesn't like know how to get there, and his room is like on the 2nd floor. She goes up to the 2nd floor, so like he doesn't come down to get her, like she goes up to the 2nd floor, and he's just standing there smiling at the door. And like the standing smiling part, like he's just like, yeah, like I knew you'd come. That TikToker, I don't know who it was that said that, but like you're a genius for figuring that out, and Olivia's a genius for writing it. So Bad Idea Right, I have to put it in Love This Song. Wait, should I put it in Screaming, Crying, Throwing Up My Guts? Because I do like scream that song all the time. Like if it comes up, I get so excited. No, I'm actually gonna put it in Screaming, Crying, Throwing Up My Guts, because when I think about Bad Idea Right versus like the rest of these in this Love This Song category, I just love Bad Idea Right even more. So I'm putting it in Screaming, Crying, Throwing Up My Guts. Yay. Okay, next is Vampire. Screaming, Crying, Throwing Up My Guts. Thank you. Excuse me. When she put out Vampire, we all knew she was breaking the 2nd album curse, which is when like the 2nd album isn't as good as your debut and everyone's like really, really excited and they're disappointed. I knew as soon as she put out Vampire, I was like, oh, we're gonna be fine. She is gonna be fine. Excellent. Excellent, thank you so much. And every girl I ever talked to told me you were bad news. You called them crazy. God, I hate the way I called them crazy too. Stop. Because girls your age know better. Like, no. No, there's no way. I can't with these lyrics. I can't. It was actually my top listened to song of the year. It was a lot of people's, and it definitely was the algorithm of Spotify. Like, they really pushed it, because like it would just randomly come on all the time, and I'm like, well, I'm not skipping this. It's like an amazing song. But yeah, if your top song was Vampire, let me know in the comments, because same. I feel like everyone's top song was Vampire unless you like really aggressively just like listen to another song more than that. Ooh, Lacey. Dude, I'm obsessed with Lacey. Lacey is one of my personal faves for sure. Oh, the fact that she like wrote it as poetry, it's definitely poetry. It's so beautiful. I just think that everyone can interpret songs differently and like how it relates to them, and like me specifically, how I see this song and how I relate it to my life is like having this girl and you are like, am I jealous of her? Like, do I want to be her or do I want to be with her? I like have experienced that so many times in my life. And I've experienced it with guys too, where I'll like think that I like them and I'm like, no, I actually don't like them. I just want to like be them. Like, I just like want their successes to be mine. And then there'll be times where I'm like jealous of a girl and I'm like, wait, am I jealous or do I like her? And it was so like such a mind warp of like, I don't know. I can't tell which one it is. Maybe it's a bit of both. But the line where she's like, I despise my jealous eyes and how hard they fell for you. Like, for me, that's how I interpret that lyric. But again, I'm not like saying anything about anyone. I think that songs can be like interpreted differently, but just because of my experiences, that's how I relate the song to me. And it means everything to me. And also, after she says angel dust and then it like goes into that like huge crescendo and that like release. Actually, okay, I changed my mind. That's what needs to play when I ascend to heaven. Lacey is definitely screaming, crying, throwing up my guts. Then we have Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl. I love this song. Oh my God, especially that like rap part where she's like, talk to the heart, dun, 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 looked up how to make a conversation on the website. Like, that's such a good little part. Also the part where she's like, every guy I like is gay. It's so relatable. I promise you, every guy I've ever liked, like I promise you he's gay. I promise you, if I've ever had a crush on a man, that man is gay. I just know in my heart and my soul. Okay, then next is Making the Beds. This shall also be a controversial opinion. It's not my fave. I sometimes, not all the time, sometimes will skip this song. I feel like a long time ago I could have related to it. Not a long time ago, I'm 24, but like I feel like when I was maybe like 20, I could have related to it more. But I think I've formed a lot of healthier habits since. It's really beautiful, but the melody's quite repetitive. I don't know, it's just, it doesn't like connect with me emotionally as much as some of her other songs do. But again, it's objectively a beautiful song. Like, it's great. There's no arguing with that. It's an amazing song. It's just like not for me. What is next? Is it Love is Embarrassing? We don't know. I'm so sorry that I'm like butchering the order of these albums. I deeply apologize. Everyone's obsessed with Love is Embarrassing. I think it's good, but I'm not as obsessed with it as like everyone else is. I think it's very fun. It's just like not my number one fave, but I do think she's good. If she comes on, I'll never skip her. So I'm gonna put her in, she's good. The way I have no idea what is next. So we're gonna pretend it's logical. When I first heard that bridge, the ascending, I can't. The lyrics, when she said, can't take a joke, and the way that she screams that lyric, no, you know exactly what lyric I'm talking about. I actually audibly gasped. Go watch my reaction. I actually reacted to it with my girlfriend. We were gagged. Like, we were like, what? What did we just listen to? Like, I actually wanted to throw up when I heard that. It's one of my faves. But again, I think honestly, the God tier songs are the ones that are like, I personally relate to them so much that it like makes me sick. And that one was like, I felt sick for her, but I didn't feel sick for me. Does that make sense? So that's the only reason why I'm putting it in screaming, crying, throwing up my guts instead of God tier. Just because I can't personally relate to it, I think, as much as Olivia, even though it's the most like brilliant song I've ever heard. Just like putting that out there. Okay, what is next? Is it Get Him Back? Let's pretend it's Get Him Back. Get Him Back. When I first heard it, I was like, yeah, it's good. That was my girlfriend's favorite, Catherine. Her fave was definitely Get Him Back. When I first heard it, I didn't understand that she was saying like, I want to get him back, like to me, to like date him again, and I want to get revenge on him. Like, that didn't like click until I listened to it again. And I was like, that is the most genius thing. Like, I've never heard somebody write a song about that very like particular thing that we've all experienced. It's such a universal feeling to be like, oh, I hate them, but I'm like so in love with them and I like want them back, but I also want them to hurt. Like, I want them to be like tortured. Like, I want them to want me so bad. I want to hurt them so bad, but I want them to like be madly in love with me and like marry me. And like we all have those like two things going on at the same time, and it's so funny. And I've never heard anyone like talk about that in a song until now. And like the get him back and get him back being a double entendre. She's actually a genius. I am screaming, crying, throwing up my guts. Like, I actually can't, you guys. It's so clever. It is so clever. There are people out there who are like, this song sounds like Kids Bop. No, it doesn't. What are you even talking about? This is so clever. I love clever lyrics. I love it when they're cheeky and fun and clever. They don't have to be like poetry or deep to be like hilarious and just brilliant. Okay. The Grudge. This is my favorite Olivia Rodrigo song of all time. It hits a personal chord with me. I actually like bawl my eyes out during the bridge. Do you think I deserved it all? Your flowers filled with vitriol. You built me up to watch me fall. You have everything and you still want more. No, like that actually makes me feel sick inside. Oh my God, and the part where she's like, and we both drew blood, but man, those cuts are never equal. No. This is one of the best songs ever written, in my opinion. This is immediately going into God tier. Then we have Pretty Isn't Pretty. I just like don't relate to it too much. I think maybe I would have a few years ago, but because I'm older and like confident in myself and I don't really have like, I don't know, I'm not like in the industry where there's all this like pressure. Like I don't feel pressure on myself to like look a certain way. It's a great song. I do think that it has been like done before and like said before in other songs. So I'm gonna put her in, I'll put her in She's Good. Okay, Teenage Dream, the ending, like with the bridge, that is sickening when the drums come in. Oh my God, perfect way to end the album. Teenage Dream is easily going in. Love this song. Oh my gosh. Okay, then we get to You Can't Catch Me Now. The Hunger Games. Dude, this song makes me cry. I don't know what it is. It makes me cry like so hard whenever I hear it. I think it's so beautiful. There's something about the Hunger Games soundtrack, songs written for the Hunger Games, that are just like the best. Twilight also has like an elite soundtrack, but like between Safe and Sound by Taylor Swift and now this song, You Can't Catch Me Now, I just adore the Hunger Games soundtrack. Like, thank you so much. I'm putting her in Screaming, Crying, Throwing Up My Guts. But oh my gosh, thank you all so much for watching. Definitely let me know in the comments what your ranking would be. Let me know why my opinions are trash and why I'm wrong and how you would rank it. It's actually really fun for me to like read y'all's rankings. Don't forget to listen to my album Gravity, and also on my channel you can check out, like I did a bunch of music videos and there's gonna be more coming out soon. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram to stay updated. Check me out on Spotify. Don't forget to ring the bell and subscribe. Give this video a like if you liked it. Give this video a like if you hated it. And I will see you next time. Bye! No, but if favorite crime and The Grudge are not in your God tier, we're about to have beef.